Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit over these next two videos for the first day of week 6. Like I said, focusing on the cardiovascular system, and we're going to focus on 3 things. Okay, and if you remember from our last video, we were talking about how, we mentioned during week 5, how heart rate will decrease filling time. And so we need to compensate for that. And it goes into more than just contracting harder. So when it comes to how the cardiovascular system is regulated, there's a couple of different ways. So we're going to focus on a couple of these, or on 2 of these. So the first one is central command. And what that is, so we got right here, that's a feed forward or a positive feedback loop. And then we've got information coming from the afferent neurons in our muscles. They provide feedback that lets the cardiovascular systems in the brain know what needs to be done. So for central command, what happens is when you're getting ready to exercise, and even while you're exercising, there's communication between the motor part of your brain as well as the cardiovascular system in your brain. And what ultimately ends up happening is that we reset blood pressure. Okay, and this actually happens prior to exercise. And so this is important because we want to be able to get more blood to the exercising muscle, like we talked about when we were talking about blood flow redistribution, and the increasing blood pressure helps with that. Okay, now you see central command kick in before you even start exercising. So imagine if you're on the starting blocks, if you're getting ready to run or swim, or if you're playing football and you're getting ready for the snap of the ball, what's going on with your heart rate? Well, the answer is it's increasing. And why? It's because you're getting ready to exercise. In that moment, you don't need more oxygen. You don't need more energy. You're standing there. But your body knows that in just a few seconds, it's going to be go time, and you will need more oxygen, more energy, that sort of thing. So it's a preparatory thing. But central command is a feed forward or a positive feedback loop. And this works with the interaction of the hypothalamus, the baroreceptors, chemoreceptors, and afferents from your muscles. Okay, so the hypothalamus, this really gets involved when it comes to temperature changes. Okay, so this might not kick in right away. Baroreceptors, the set point increases. Okay, so they become less sensitive, I guess might be a better way to put it, to changes or to lower or to higher blood pressures. Excuse me. Okay, and so they're sending signals to the brain going, everything's all right, even though your mean arterial pressure has increased. Because you're exercising and because everything's talking to each other, that's not a big deal. Now, the chemoreceptors get involved, as they always are, to monitor oxygen and CO2 as well as pH. Okay, and then you've got afferents from the muscles. And there's actually 4 different types of afferent neurons. We don't really talk, or we haven't talked about the differences, but those that are called type 3 and type 4, these respond to, like it says here, mechanical, thermal, chemical stimuli. So think like one example of this would be muscle spindles. These become active during intense exercise, and what they do is they basically help with blood flow, help get blood flow to where it needs to go. Okay, and so this is just a basic overview of how central command works, how all of these systems, okay, specifically neural, muscular, cardiovascular, how they all work together to maintain blood pressure and cardiac output to exercising muscle.